o'clock. Man, this feels a little awkward coming back. I'm streaming and doing my thing again. We'll wait for some people to show up. People are gonna show up. They gotta do it for me. Hey, we got some people on TikTok showing up. We got red with all capital letters. That's fucking sick. But where's everybody else? Red left. Now I'm sad. Now I'm all alone again. Oh man. Man, I'm gone for like an entire month and then nobody wants to watch me play DDR anymore. But also, normally I stream a lot later than this, so this is kind of unusual. Like, I don't remember the last time I've streamed before 5 p.m. So, it's kind of crazy. Here we got somebody in here. We got Klonoa F13. We got him here. He's hanging out. And I think my notification went through. It did. And let me check my Discord, make sure that's in there. To my Discord, yep. Yep, we're good. And yeah, we got Peking Gaming here. Says we are back, we sure are. So, I guess now I'll just kind of start going through everything. Let me grab a sip of this delicious monster though. Let me crack this bad boy open and we'll start kind of getting into things here. Hell yeah. Delicious. Anyways. So, the last time I streamed was like a day or two before I left for Japan. And then I was gone in Japan for like... God, how many days was that? Damn. For real, how many days was that? Now I can't even remember. Let me look it up real quick because it was definitely the longest trip I've ever had to Japan. I left on the 9th, arrived in Japan on the 10th, so we'll count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Technically 17-ish days in the country. And that was great. I had a great time in Japan. Mostly stayed in Tokyo, but I did go to Osaka for a few days. That was a lot of fun. I got to stay in a 5-star hotel while I was out there, which was excellent. The only reason why I did that was because I got a really, really good rate on one of the hotels because I have an Amex card. So, decided to stay out there for a few days. Originally, I was going to go Hokkaido. I couldn't get a driving permit in time for my trip. So, that's going to probably be on the back burner. I'll get one next year. That's my assumption. So, but yeah, Japan was great. Maybe I'll do like a write-up on one of my next streams or something like that, or like explain things a lot more thoroughly, show you guys pictures and stuff. I did that previously, but I don't think I did one like last year even. But yeah, anyways, Japan was fantastic. I had a great time. But when I got back to Illinois, literally, right when I was landing, and I turned on my phone, I got a call like within 30 seconds of me turning on my phone, and I'm just like, who the fuck is calling me? Like, I don't recognize this number. And it went to voicemail, and I'm just like, it's probably spam. It's a little bit early in the morning, though. That's kind of weird. Like, I like arrived at like 8 in the morning, and this is on a holiday. It's on Memorial Day, right? That's what the holiday was, Memorial Day. I always get Memorial Day and Labor Day mixed up for some reason. So, yeah, it was Memorial Day. I arrived back on Memorial Day, 8 in the morning, and somebody called. I didn't answer. And then that person that called me texted me and said, hey, it's your uncle. Give me a call when you got a little bit. And I'm like, oh, God. Like, I have a feeling I know what this phone call is probably about. But regardless, I'm just like, I'm just going to put it in my pocket and just worry about getting out of the airport at this point. So, I went to leave. Obviously, got like my bags, went through immigration and customs, border protection, and it was great because I have global entry, so I was the only one in line. And he literally just scanned my face and I got to walk through immigration essentially with like no problems whatsoever. It's the fastest I've ever gone through Customs, Border Protection, and Immigration in O'Hare Airport. So I got all my bags, and then I got in an Uber, and then my mom calls me. She's like tries to call me like 3 times. And I'm just like, okay, now I know this is probably really bad news. So like right before I get into the Uber, she's like, hold on, let me give you a call back. Like, I'm already on the phone with somebody else in my car. Whatever. Get in the Uber. My mom calls me back. She's just like, hey, I have some really unfortunate news for you. Your dad passed away. And I was like, are you fucking kidding me? Like, that was not the info that I was expecting to get on that phone call. I thought I was going to get, your dad got in a car accident. Your dad's hospitalized, something. Because the thing is, my dad and I have not been on talking terms for a long time. He's been very, very sick. He was an alcoholic. He was smoking a lot. He gave himself cancer. He was not doing well. And the last time I spoke to him was back in 2021. Him and I did not really rekindle our relationship to the point where like I wanted to include him in my life. We had an intervention, and he walked out, and basically was just like, I'm just gonna do whatever the fuck I want, and if you don't want to be a part of my life, then that's fine. And I'm just like, that sucks. Like, you're my dad. I want you to be part of my life, but I also don't want you to drink and kill yourself. Like, that's terrible, and I'm just trying to look out for you. And my brother and my sister were kind of in the same boat. They wanted to help him and, make things better for everybody, but it ended up not happening. And the last thing I told my dad, too, was, if you walk out of this door and you don't get help, I will not talk to you ever again. And he was just like, whatever, I'm not going to go get help. So, whatever you want to do, bud. And yeah, those are the last words I spoke to him. And now he's dead. And that really sucks. Because deep down, I really wanted him to get better. And I was really hoping that, me exiting his life and not being a part of it, and maybe like my brother and my sister kind of doing the same thing where, they're distancing themselves from him because, they show that he has a problem. We were hoping that things would get better, but it never did. And, it just kept getting worse and worse and worse. And then eventually he just kind of was like, that's it. I'm not going to go get help anymore. And I'm just going to kind of do my thing, and if I die, then I die, and that's how it went. He died on the couch watching TV, and that was the end of that. So, coming out of a flight of 10.5 hours back to O'Hare, and then receiving that information, having been up for a long ass time, obviously it kind of made me an emotional wreck. Lots of very mixed feelings from all over the place. On one hand, I'm very sad because, I do look at the past, and it's, my dad and I, we had a great relationship at one point, and I love him. But at the same time, you look at the more immediate present, and I didn't want to be part of my life because, we've tried so many times for him to get help. But the one thing I've discovered over the 20 plus years of him having these issues, and a lot of people I'm sure can relate to this, is you can't help somebody that doesn't want help or doesn't want to change.
Yeah, oh, fuck. I can't believe you've done this.
Thank you for the subscription. But, yeah, my dad didn't want help, and, yeah, he was never going to change because he didn't want help, he didn't want to change. So that was kind of the end of it. So, on one hand, yeah, I'm sad. On the other hand, I'm upset and pissed off and angry. It took me a week to really understand and kind of get closure on that whole situation for myself because everything was just very convoluted, and it came at just a really bad time because I just went to Japan. I had the time of my life. I literally love being in that country. It's the one place I want to really spend my life, honestly. And then I come back to America, and the first thing I get told is my dad passed away. Goddamn. That's, it went from, way up here to, way down here, And I was already sinking down to there because, You know, I'm coming back from a place I truly love and enjoy, and then you really hit rock bottom with news like that. So, yeah, it fucking sucked coming back here. And thankfully, work let me have that week off to kind of get my life back in order for me to collect my emotions, because it was tough. I did a lot of like loafing around and like thinking, and I didn't sleep very much. It was tough, but yeah, I'm sure there's other people out there that have kind of similar relationships with like one of their parents, or you know, an uncle and aunt or something like that. Just know that, hey, you're not alone, but also understand that you can try to convince people to change, but unless they truly want it, they're never going to change, which is the shittiest part about life, honestly. So, yeah, it's all poo-poo, but you know what? I've kind of gotten over it at this point. I've done my crying. I've been frustrated. I was angry, but at the same time, I gotta look back at the past and understand, you know, who my dad was before all that. And I really do appreciate him for him raising me for the short amount of time that he did. Yeah, it's definitely tough. Yeah, but anyways, on another note, yeah, so we're gonna be playing DDR today. I don't know how to transition out of such dark poo-poo talk. It's really insane. But yeah, it's also why I didn't come back and stream immediately. I wanted to stream like literally the week I came back, but obviously there's too much other emotions flying and stuff like that. So, but yeah. But today, I'm here and we're gonna be streaming some DDR. We'll be focusing on Double like we were before I left Japan. While I was in Japan, I did get many new perfect scores, by the way. In fact, I got 101 new perfect scores. So the AAA counter needs to actually be updated to 3,351 PFCs. It's a huge-ass number. And then we're just going to kind of play from there. So, yeah, it's going to be pretty fun. Also, more recently, I've been really thinking about leaving this country entirely. I don't know how set on that I am or anything. It's just a thought that's been really crossing my mind since I've come back from Japan. I would love to find a way to live out there and stay out there. And, yeah, if that ends up happening, I'm obviously going to sell all this stuff and kind of be done with living here entirely. So, yeah, don't think this going to be happening in the immediate future. Probably won't. It probably won't even happen, but you know, if I can find a way to make it happen, I will. I'll just put it that way. So, yeah. But anyways, let's jump over to the gameplay screen. I'll read through some of the comments here in a second once I kind of stand up here. I've been kind of sitting around all day, so I definitely want to stand up and kind of read through all the comments and stuff. So let's go to this screen. Let's update the perfect score counter, if I can find it, because we got to change it to 3,351. Oops, that is not a 3. Let's see. File, save. Alright, it should be updated now. It is. Oh, I also got one new MFC. I forgot about that. 279 MFCs. It was almost 280. I got one grade on one song, or one perfect, I mean. So, yeah, it was the end of that. But, anyways. Oh! Cool. Let me move this chair out of the way. So while I was in Japan, I really wanted to try to stream a few times while I was in the arcade. I actually brought a tripod and stuff with me, but I chose a really shitty pocket Wi-Fi company this trip. They're terrible, and I do want to actually reach back out to them. I kind of forgot when the mix-up of my dad passing away and stuff like that. Yeah, I used Sakura Mobile, and they were garbage. my pocket Wi-Fi was the worst pocket Wi-Fi I've ever had traveling abroad, and I would send like my girlfriend pictures and being like, "Hey, this is like the Chromie stuff they have. Do you want any of this?" And I would send 2 pictures, and then it wouldn't send it because it's just like, "Oh, like you're trying to use too much data at one time." I'm like, "It's 2 pictures. What do you mean I'm trying to use too much data at one time?" So there's 0 chance I was gonna be able to stream. I also remember being on the Shinkansen, and the Wi-Fi on the Shinkansen's garbage. So I'm trying to use my pocket Wi-Fi, and it won't connect. So I'm like literally just sitting there looking at my phone, waiting for it to load indefinitely. I'm just like, this is terrible. This is absolutely awful. So, yeah. Don't use Soccer Mobile. All right. Well, anyways, let's go through some of the comments real quick, and then we'll get started here. So, got a lot of people coming in here. Really appreciate that. Clonoa said, "Hey, Con, just played DDR World. Congratulations. It has gotten a lot better more recently. So, I actually enjoyed it quite a bit when I was in Japan this trip. My last trip, I enjoyed it, but not as much as I did this time. So, is this gonna be a depression stream? No, it won't. I promise. We're done with the sad talk now. You know, if somebody wants to talk about it or something like that, then I'll bring it back up. But no, I just wanted to talk about why I was absent for so long. Hope Crossroad says, "Heyo, Global Entries Bliss." Noble Demonson says, "Condolences, appreciate that." He can't hope all is well after what happened. Everything is going much better now. The timing of fate works in mysterious ways. That is definitely true. Currently on work breaks, I won't be here very long. Sending you love and hugs. Appreciate that. I know this feeling all too well. Biggest of hugs. It's essentially bittersweet. Like Jeanette McCurdy's, I'm glad my mom died. Yeah, it's definitely some deep stuff. Damn, I literally just read something and it reminded me I want to bring up one thing. Shit, what was it? Let me scroll back up for a second. Oh, I remember. Yeah, so my dad dying is really unfortunate because I don't have a lot of family. A lot of them are in Germany, or like my dad's side of my family I didn't know very well. Like I barely know any of them. I got to meet them a few times in my life, but very, very briefly, and it was mostly when I was a lot younger. So I don't know like anyone really that well and stuff like that. So really the only family I'm close with is my mom's side of the family, you know. I got my grandma and my grandpa still, you know. Praise God for that. I have my mom, my brother, my sister, and then I have 2 uncles. That's kind of my entire family. The rest of my family lives in Germany, and I've never met them. So, will I ever meet them? Probably not. So, yeah, I have a very, very tiny family. So, if I end up moving to Japan or something like that, like, at least it'll be a cool place for them to come visit, but, you know, I don't have, like, a ginormous family I have to worry about, I guess, back over here in some ways, but that's probably not, still probably not going to happen, but I wish. Yeah, let's see. We're all here with you. Will you show us the picture of scores? Not this stream. I kind of lapsed in remembering to bring all that stuff down here. So next live stream, or like maybe I'll do like a stream in my room where I kind of go through all the photos and stuff like that. I will go through and show you guys everything that I collected while I was gone. Let's see. Same, I want to move out of the country, but definitely not immediately. Yeah. America kind of sucks, and it's really expensive right now, and I hate it. And when I go to Japan, everything's super cheap, everybody's super nice, and I know everywhere can be kind of a little bit racist towards gaijin or foreigners, but I will take that over having to deal with the rude-ass people in this country, like, any day. So, yeah. What would that mean with streaming if that does happen? Like, if I end up moving to Japan, I would stream out there. It would just be probably more janky setups. I don't know. I wouldn't be able to tell you 100% at this point, If I were to get a house or something like that out there, obviously, like, I could get, like, another arcade setup and stuff like that, but who knows? That'd be a lot more difficult in Japan to do. So, but yeah, don't think too hard into that statement. It's just something that, like, I've been very passionate about recently, and I would love to make happen, but it's probably not going to, unfortunately. So, it is what it is. Somebody on TikTok said, hi Con, are you part German? Yes, I am. I'm mostly German, actually. I don't know what my dad's side of the family was. He was adopted, so nobody actually knows, our genetic background, oddly. I think he was Russian, honestly. I just get that vibe. Like, whenever, like, I see photos of him and stuff and like that, I'm just like, you look like you are Russian. So, I don't know, though. I'm mostly German, though. That's why I also have, like, gray blue eyes. I got that from my mom and my grandma, so it's just been passed down. I'm genetically fucked up. Got the blue eyes. Let's see. Was I in Japan when my dad passed? No. I was actually on the plane coming back from Japan when my dad passed away, so... I think he passed at like 6 in the morning, so I was definitely on the flight back, and that had to have been like 2 or 3 hours, like, by the time I got back and actually landed in O'Hare. That was when I got the news, so it was probably the best time to get that news. The last thing I want is, like, to have that, like, information flowing around in my head on the flight when I'm just trying to relax and stuff like that, so... Yeah, I guess that kind of worked out. It would have been nice to have a little bit of a buffer between me coming back from Japan and then getting that news, but, fate works in mysterious ways in that part. Is data roaming that bad in Japan? No. Normally, I have a really, really great pocket Wi-Fi. Like, I'll buy, like, business, like, unlimited Wi-Fi, but... This year I bought the same thing, and it didn't count, and I had a really, really bad time with the connection on the pocket Wi-Fi. It was pretty shitty. So, yeah, don't use Sakura Mobile. I will speak out against them, just wholeheartedly. Let's see, Japanese racism isn't even as close to American racism. That is true. Their racism is more xenophobic, in a way. They kind of treat... The best way I can put it is... I have a friend that speaks Japanese. He met me in Japan one year. And he speaks fluent Japanese. And he would go up and order the food. And he would talk to the people in Japanese. And they would speak back to him in English. He's just like, I speak fluent Japanese. You can talk to me in Japanese. It's fine. But they're so persistent in speaking English to him. And it's just like, this is literally my second language. Like... This is ridiculous. So, it's like goofy things like that, but anyways. Ain't we all racist? I guess in some ways that could probably be true, yeah. I see shit on TikTok that really makes me question how people don't think that they're racist. Sometimes in the comments. It's pretty crazy. Do I speak German? No, I do not speak German. Actually, the only language I know how to speak is English. And the next closest language I know outside of that is Japanese, and I barely know any Japanese at all. Like, I probably know, probably 10 words in Japanese. That's it. So, let's see. I'm sorry for your loss, Mark. Even if you two weren't close, it's still unfortunate to lose someone like that. It is, and I appreciate everybody consoling me on that part of it, but... Yeah, it is what it is. That's it's just life, unfortunately. You can't spend forever with every single family member, and you can't change people. So, yeah, there's that side to it, for sure. Let's see, the jet lag and the whiplash really fucked you up bad. Yes, it did. Yeah, it was a hot mess, definitely, when I came back. Like, honestly, I didn't, I cried when I got home after getting out of the Uber and stuff like that, but, it really didn't hit me really until probably the next day. And then it hit me again when like my mom gave me like old photos of my dad. You know, then it really hit me, and I'm just like, dude, that fucking sucks. Like, my dad used to be so cool. You know, like look at all these photos. Like he loved me, I loved him, but you know that's drugs and alcohol will do that to you. So yeah, don't fuck up your life. Let's see. Asian racism seems to be more towards more darker skinned individuals than lighter skinned individuals. I don't know about that part. That could very well be true, but I don't know. I just think that there's people that they realize are foreigners and they just kind of treat them a little bit differently. Whether that's good or bad, or honestly in the middle, is to be determined, I think, based on the individual. My next closest language is Chinese. That's crazy. Con, I'm sorry. You're all good. Don't feel sorry. That is life, unfortunately. No little French. That's the closest in our language. I'm sorry. I can't imagine Con crying. It seems like a foreign concept to us nerds. Yeah, I'm pretty good at not crying. But yeah, I definitely did some crying. That much is for sure. By the way, I got DRX2 online, and I'm in Mexican, but my skin is light. I can pass as a white American. Cool. Congrats on having DDR-X2 online. That's a fun game to have online. All right. Well, anyways, I got through all the comments. Let's kind of jump back into things. I did actually play some DDR yesterday, by the way. I just wanted to see if I need to change my offset, and I did. So it was probably good that I played, and just to get used to these pads again, because they're a lot different than you would play in Japan or just any arcade. So yeah, it was definitely good I played yesterday to try to get back into the swing of things. So yeah, we'll jump into it. We're gonna focus on double today. We'll probably play for an hour and a half, 2 hours maybe, and we'll see what we can get. Let's go. Just say no to drugs. That is correct. Let's all mention Boyzone for Gonzalez. I'll show you his balls. Alright, what floor are we on? Fifth mix? Oh, I remember playing Insertion when I got 9 fucking perfects on it somehow. How is this an 11? I don't believe that. Alright, fuck it, let's play that first. Oh, it's... This is not gonna be a fun beat per minute to play on. That's the only problem. Let's play on 4, maybe 7 plus. Probably go on 0.5. Let's see. Welcome back to America. It's good to be back in some ways, but other ways. Let's see. I took medical weed once. I have never taken any drugs ever, not even marijuana, medical marijuana, nothing. The only thing I've taken is considered a drug is like alcohol. That's it. And I rarely ever drink.
First stage. All right, let's go.
controller is so awkward. Alright, mostly playing too fast, so I gotta make some pasta changes. The beginning is so off without the BPM changes. Even though they're awful, they kind of serve a purpose still. So, damn it. It was funny actually, there's a few people that really wanted me to play DDR while taking like edibles or something like that, and I was like, maybe I'll think about it. I never ended up doing it. Going too fast. There we go. Alright, let's see if we can fix that. I kind of was consciously playing early, so this will hopefully help. Places that chart where I can fix things. But it's a good start. Sub 15 is the minimum. I gotta be able to get to that. I really think that it can be sub 10. There's a few awkward 16 placements, especially like on this side. There's like a stream where like I hit it weird like this. I gotta stop doing that. So we'll see. But let's throw it back one more time.
Oh man, homie, these beats to the bone.
Also, the beginning is just really awkward.
Let's go.
beginning is like, it literally fucks you up so bad.
That's it! See you next time on the damn...
Alright. Anyways. Read through the chat real quick. There's a lot of right, down, left, and one player right, two player up, left, and one player down combos. It's awkward as fuck. It definitely is. It's charged garbage. The beginning is just so hard to time. I gotta remember to like subconsciously play like a lot of it early or very, very visually because I'm trying to play the audio and it just does not match at all. It actually made a lot more sense with the weird BPM changing and stuff like that. And then like they kept like fucking around with it and then eventually it's like, yeah, just fuck it. We don't need it anymore. It's like, what the fuck? Like, he changed it like 5 fucking times and you're just like, yeah, this song's just done for. So, yeah, don't even bother. Ugh. Hey, Dad, what happened to your dad? I think you meant like, hey, Con, what happened to your dad? My dad passed away. Yeah, that's kind of... I kind of went through that already, so I'm not going to talk about it too much longer. Let's see. More advertising the single song in 2DX. What? Have you ever heard about the DDR 3D book? It's a music box that played American pop music. Hey, hold on. Hold on a second. Hold on a second. Hold on a second. Are you talking about these things? Because I have all of them. I have all of them. I don't know if it tells you what song it plays, but I have all 3 versions, apparently. I have the Renan one, I have the Alice one, and I have the Emmy one. So, I have all 3 songs. Probably get close up there. I've had these for years. I actually don't know if they're valuable or not. But, yes, I have them. Never opened any of them. I think I own most DDR merch at this point. Like you won't outschool me on any of that stuff. So sorry your dad passed away. It's all good now. You know, the way you gotta look at things like that is, you know, he's not suffering anymore, and you know, hopefully he's looking down and on me and proud of the things that I'm accomplishing and stuff like that. They're game prizes. Probably why there's not a lot of documentation on them. Alright. Now we're gonna play early. Gotta play early. song drifts. Or I'm just making a really dumb mistake. I don't know yet. But yeah, 10 on that is actually a really fucking good. The song is very off sync. And not fun to play. And it sucks because that song is really fucking cool. It's made by Tax. And yeah, you play it and like the beginning of it especially makes no fucking sense. At all. But it is what it is. So we'll take 10 gladly. I mean, that probably destroys my old record on it from like DDR A or some shit like that a long time ago. But yeah, overall, very, very good. 10 perfects all the way. I wish I just would have slowed down a little bit in the second half, but that's okay. We take it. We take it. We're running away with it. We're running away with it. Silver Fox 88VR says greetings from Italy. Hola. That's not how you say hello in Italian. That's Spanish, but yeah, that was awkward. Let's not talk about that. Do I love Uni? She is like one of my favorite characters of all time. Yes, I do love Uni. She is my first wife. Alright, this one's a little bit slower. We'll start here. I should be able to play some times 4. Oh hey, that person just followed me. I didn't give you a shout out. I'm so sorry. Silver Fox 88VR also followed me, so thank you very much. 142 times 4. Oh, that's still kind of fast. 142 times 3.75. Maybe we'll start there. Maybe.
Here comes the beat.
Yeah, I don't want to read really much faster than that because the galloping is very, very awkward on this chart. It's not like gallop, gallop, gallop and stuff like that. It's like gallop, gallop, gallop. It's like there's no flow to it. It's not really broken apart. So 15 is a good start, I guess. We'll probably adjust the offset a little bit, so it'll make a little bit more sense, I guess. So. Oh, not a great start. Let's see. It's mostly going too slow.
Show me. Combo after combo. Look at all those combos. You're on fire. You got the stick. You got the flow. Keep up the perfect combo. You're the one they came to see. 300 combo. Steak in your arsenal.
That jack at the end was so fucking unfortunate. It really was. I was gonna get like 5 perfects or something, and then I literally got like 3 or 4 fasts in a row on that last jab. I set up into it backwards. Normally, I want to hit the downer of my other foot, and yeah, I did not set myself up for success on that run. But it's okay. 8 perfects on that is still really solid. Maybe I'll run that one more time, maybe. But SCP is still really nice on that. After the first stop, it's a little bit off sync, and it's played pretty early. So that's your little life hack there for trying to be accurate on the song. But hey, take those.
That's it. See you next time.
What kind of fucking take is that? Oh, it's Prin. I should have known. Prin says Uni is Garbo in terms of arcade. Emmy is superior. What the fuck? She don't even have drill hair. Drill hair is fucking where it's at. Yeah, I think even this chick on my shirt. No, she doesn't. She has twin tails though. Twin tails are also where it's at. You know, just saying. Also, I got this shirt in Harajuku. I saw it and I was just like, yes, I must cop this. This is a nice shirt. So now I'm wearing it. I feel like I bought more clothing than anything else this trip, which is very awkward. But since I've lost like 20 pounds playing DDR, yeah, I can fit into Japanese clothing again. So I'm pretty happy about it. This is an XL, by the way, but it's supposed to be an oversized shirt, and it is still pretty fucking oversized on me. So I don't know, it's pretty cool, I guess. Let's see. I call dibs on Emmy and Alice also. You can have them. I just want Uni. Uni is my wife. She was my first wife before I actually got my girlfriend. And my girlfriend will always be number 2 compared to Uni. And she knows that. She knows that Uni is my wife. My first wife. What are some good shoes for DDR? Everybody, I think, goes to Nike Freeze, but the one thing I always tell people is play in the shoes that are most comfortable for you. I am wearing DC shoes, which are very notoriously heavy, and nobody plays in fucking skate shoes, but they're comfortable. And that's all I care about. And that's all you should really care about, too. Are you trying to pass, like, fucking every 19 in the game and trying to be a god-tier player? If the answer's no, then don't worry about it. Just buy whatever shoes are most comfortable. That's really all that matters. The double chart's almost the same as the single chart. That is true. It is very, very similar. These are the shoes I wore all around Japan, by the way. And they were fine. I also remember to bring baby powder this year, so it was actually not too hard playing in arcades with like when it's raining outside. My shoes would get sticky. Yeah, threw a little baby powder on there. I was all good to go. Nobody said anything either. Nobody was like pissy about it when I was playing with like some of the Japanese players and stuff like that. Nobody cared. So that's cool. Let's see. Uni is a goddess. Yeah, she fucking is. MomoCon was 2 weeks ago, and I played a lot of DDR there. I'm sure you did. Hopefully you had fun. Let's see, 2F, I would recommend running shoes that are not only comfortable, but also not as grippy. Again, the grip doesn't really matter so much. Like, if anything, make sure your shoes are just flat on the bottom. Like, these shoes are very flat. There's not any uniqueness to the bottom. It's just pretty, you can't get much flatter than that. Like, that's what's nice about them. But, again, like, it's the same thing I tell everybody. Just buy shoes you're comfortable playing, and don't get shoes that people are like, oh, these are the best shoes, they're super lightweight. And you get there and it's like, these are not comfortable to play in. Not every shoe fits every person. I have wide ass feet. My feet make me look like a duck. The only way you can tell us apart is because I don't have webbed feet. Alright, last round.
All right, let's go. Ready, set, step.
No. I'm not feeling it anymore, Mr. Krabs! Alright, well. That was fun. Find some new bits to play. Then we'll play through all these. Maybe. 12. 12 is the lowest. That's a 13. There's 4. I saw 1, 2, 3. Where's the 4th one? Is there only 3 of those songs? I could have sworn there's 4. Am I dumb? Is it in English? The last song? Maybe it is. That should be fine. Right? Yeah. It's perfect.
Let's go.
cocky with my feet placement. Mostly going too slow. Interesting. Ugh. I love Kokonatsu and Hinamina. Well, guess what? That's neither. Alright, well, look at those for sure.
That's it! See you next time on the dance floor!
Is it? I could have sworn there's 4 of those types of songs in this game. I really could have sworn there's 4. Maybe there is only 3. It's Positive Dance Time, Yumi Magical Showtime, that one other one. I could have sworn there was a 4th one, though. Like, am I insane? I might be insane, though. Like, that could very well be. There's only 3. Oh, okay. Well, that's fine, I suppose. Alright, well. We gotta change the offset a little bit.
First stage! Alright, let's go!
I keep messing up that exact same section over and over and over again. Just doing really bad like foot placement. So I think honestly we can just clean up that part and maybe play a little bit faster for most of it. I think it'll be okay. I can definitely get this in STP. So we shall see though. 11 is just really fucking good already. So I don't know. I'm happy with 11, but if I can get any lower than that, that'd be fantastic. Let's go ahead and count it now, just in case, though. EFC number 3,352. Crazy how much that number has jumped. Got so many perfect scores in Japan. Absolutely crazy. But, yeah, anyways. Let's run back.
Music set, go second stage!
Okay, well, can I not start it like that? Ah, way too fast! What the fuck? what's crazy? Last time we went to round 1, I got a bunch of like Hololive stuff. Or like this like Hatsune Miku thing. And it was sitting in my DDR bag, I never took it out. And like my key to this machine. Oh my god, give me my fucking key! God damn it, just let go! It's a bunch of little English Hololive. Rest in peace, Gargura. She's no longer with us. But that's okay. We still love her. And everything she stood for. I swear, this is the last time I'm playing Positive Dance Time. I'm not super positive about it, but I'm pretty certain.
Your style. First stage. All right, let's go. Oh yeah, that's what I'm talking about. You're a rock star. You are the only one that can see. 100 combos. You're dancing like a pro. Oh yeah, we're giving it up for you. 200 combos. Make some noise. Holla. You got this feeling. You got the flow. Keep up the magic combo. Oh yeah. 300 combos. Look at all that green. You're the combo king. Hey, 400 combos.
That's all I wanted. All I wanted was an STP, and I got it. There we go. That was a Positive Dance Time, for sure. But we're not in Purgatory yet. Healthy crossover, you're hilarious. I just played 2 more of those songs, which is gonna be so much fun. We're gonna have a great time playing them. But it's 1 of 3 done, and hey, I got a single digit perfect on it, which was really the end goal at the end of the day. So no real complaints from me. I set out and I accomplished my mission. It was a Positive Dance Time. But anyways, that's perfect full combo. 3,352. Big ass number for a big ass boy. So let's move on and play Ayumi Magical Showtime now. In some ways, I do miss A3 when I go to like Japan and stuff like that. But I will say, DDR World, from a gameplay perspective, is so much better than DDR A3. DDR World is missing a lot of like the love and care I feel like they put into the series with like the background dancers and stuff like that. But with Arcade Harbor that old and stuff like that, for them to be able to improve it and make it what it is now with that shitty old fucking 20-year-old piece of shit computer, that's pretty shocking. It's not 20 years old, but it's getting there. It's like 15 years old, 15, 16, 17. 17 years old. It's old. Alright. Oh, he's thick. I am. I'm a thick boy. I was thicker a couple months ago, though, for sure. I lost like 20 pounds. So. And I keep forgetting to post about like my weight loss stuff on Twitter. Alright, 187. Oh, God. I forgot my towel upstairs. I'm just suffering. What are you talking about? DDR World's been out for well over a year at this point. It's been out for like almost a year and a half, I think, at this point.
Second stage. Ready, set, step.
Oh, God.
You gonna break the meter. Can't wait to see it.
Oh, I am wrong apparently. DDR World did come out in June of last year. I keep thinking that it's been like a year since I've gone to Japan, but it hasn't been yet. So my brain's all fucked up. But yeah. Yeah, again, from an outside perspective, DDR World kind of sucks when you're looking at it. But gameplay-wise, when you're actually playing it, it's like super solid actually. That's the one part that's like really like upsetting to me honestly. It's like it literally looks like ass, but then you play it and it plays so much better than A3 did. You know, like you're just like fuck. And Now I kind of have to like it. So I'm all over the place, but whatever. This chart is a little bit awkward. The beginning is very awkward, so gotta definitely improve that. But I can do it. I believe in me. We're gonna do it. We're gonna run back. Also, it's funny because Prim's just like all of these high-pitched female voices sound the same. That's because they are. It's the same vocalist. It's not really a vocalist. It's a Vocaloid. Or it's a fucking AI voice or whatever you want to call it. It's voice sync software. That's the best way to put it. It's so fucking funny. Hilarious.
Select level. Final stage. Ready, set, stop.
Good run on that. I will gladly walk away with 10 perfects on that chart. That was an excellent run. Oh my goodness. I was really scaring myself at the start of that particular run. I was like, oh my god. I have over 100 marvelous in a row to start off. That's insane after my first run. Where I really fucked it up. Insane. So, yeah, 10 perfects on AUV Magical Showtime. I'll take that, happily. So, we're counting it now. This PFC number, 3,353. That song's great. Out of all the AUV whatever songs, you know, these 3 Vocaloid songs, this one's the best. They should have just left this one in and taken the R2 out, in my opinion. But, yeah, whatever. I'm sure other people enjoy them, but not me. But yeah, 10 perfects on Double? Take that all day.
That's it. See you next time.
Oh, alright. Let's see. I see people are arguing in the chat about Vocaloid music, which is kind of funny. It took them so long to put Vocaloid music in the game. I think it's because Sega owned the rights to it in some way, because they had Project Diva and stuff like that, and they had partnered with Yamaha to like use that character in their own game, their own music game and stuff like that. So I'm not sure what the legality side of that looked like, but I'm sure that is what prevented music like that from getting into the game for quite a while, you know? So, but yeah, they got on it, you know, back in like probably like 2013, 2014. You know, they started putting some Vocaloid tracks in here, or some synth voice software. I don't even know what you consider Vocaloid. I just kind of consider Vocaloid as like the vocal, like, audio software. Like, I don't know if I just consider all. Do we just consider all that stuff Vocaloid? Because Tato apparently is not a Vocaloid, but then she was at the Hatsune Miku concert that just happened doing Mesmerizer. People are like, "Oh my gosh, she's a Vocaloid now." What? I'm so confused. What makes a Vocaloid a Vocaloid? I don't understand. Ugh. Damn. Let's see. Con had DDR 2014 and 2014. Final World in 2025. There's that's because Konami sent out cease and desist to arcades and the people who ran Programmed World to allow those cabinets to boot, that they had to stop utilizing that software, and then they got rid of it. And basically the workaround behind that is the servers are much more quiet. They're not very well promoted. And the other side of that is we do not stay up to date with whatever Japan has. Could we do it? Yes. Yes, we can. But, yeah, we don't do it because nobody wants to cease and desist from Konami or to be sued. So, that's why. So I won't be able to play DDR World until the next version of DDR World comes out. So I probably have at least another year or two before I can probably play DDR World. Unless it's like Sound Voltec Succeed Gear, which never fucking ends. Then I think they give out like N-1 year or something like that. So I'm like a year behind in updates, technically. Something like that. Yeah, Program World bootlegged way too close to the sun. And basically, Konami was very well aware of its existence. And basically, people were going up to Konami and being like, give us cabinets, or we're going to continue to do this. And yeah, it didn't work out. Luckily, Round 1 joined the picture, and they start distributing cabinets to their own locations, and they're expanding and stuff like that. So I guess it worked out at the end of the day. It just still sucks because, like, if there was an American distributor that actually gave a shit and wanted to distribute games, then, you know, we might be in a much different boat. But, yeah. Craziness. Let's see. Let's see. Usually DDR has a lifespan of 3 years. Didn't DDR A3 not have 3 years, though? I think it only had, like, 2. Or, like, 2 and change. Because people are like, already a new DDR version? So, I can't remember how old DDR was. It needed a new version, though, because there's way too much content in the A3 folder. And I'm already feeling like DDR World is kind of getting to that point, oddly. Like, it has well over, like, 100 songs at this point, I feel like. I could be wrong, but I think when I was making the score tracker for it, it was over 100 cells that I used for each song. So there's definitely over 100 songs. And it feels like there's actually quite a bit of content in it. So maybe that's going to be a 2-year lifespan, too. I don't know. So, yeah, A3 was crazy, though. Like, for how long the game was around, they fucking packed it full of content. It was crazy. So, let's see. Yeah. All right. Well, let's get that last Ayumi song or whatever. going through purgatory right now. Yeah, that's right.
First stage. Show me what you got. I'm coming king, the combo king. Come on, check that crowd. They love it. 100 combo.
Well, that's a hard 14. The offset is incorrect on this song, though. Which I remember I had the same problem when I played on single. Oh my god. That chart has some very, very difficult patterning to it for a fucking 14. Especially at the speed it's being played at. So, yeah, I mean, I'm happy I PFC'd it already just to be safe. I'm pretty sure I can PFC again. I don't think it's too much of an issue, but I have to be very, like, very focused, or it's not gonna turn out very well. So, yeah, we're gonna keep exhaust it a little bit and hopefully fix a bunch of those paths, and hopefully I don't have to play too much more because I really don't like this song.
Second stage. All right, let's go. You don't play your leader combo. Can't wait to see you do the perfect combo. Yo, make some noise. 400 combos. Look at all those combos. Pictures for you. 200 combos. All over the scene. You're unstoppable.
I did deserve it. I did deserve it.
We gave it up. Now we want it back.
I fucked up one of those holds. I let go way too early. And I'm shocked they let me get away with it. I didn't deserve it. I actually was about to stop playing there. And I saw it counted. I was like, oh fuck. Never mind. Oh man. Type 13 was the best theme out of all DDRs. No, it wasn't. That theme was soulless. There was no personality. Those garbanzo beans. The only games I feel like had like good theming, honestly, was like Supernova 2.
Oh fuck! I can't believe you've done
you got a new
this.
subscriber. Gotta give them a shout out. Voltage. What the fuck? He's actually watching. That's crazy. He just moved back out of the city of Chicago so he can be with his bestest buds. That's crazy. Anyways, what was I saying? Supernova 2, X2, and DDR A were the best teams. They were. DDR A was kind of lame, but like, I don't know. It just felt like they made a move in the right direction as far as the UI and stuff like that, and it felt next gen. So, I don't know. Anyways, let's run this piece of shit back.
Select your music. Final stage. Let's go. You can be
Alright. I don't think I'm going to be able to improve that too much. There's two very, very difficult streams in this chart. And it's just very hard to absolutely dominate and get through those. So, 17 perfects, I'm going to take it. I'm happy with that. So let me go ahead and cut that real quick. PFC number 3,354. That starting MFC run for that 9A was just absolutely insane. Oh my god. I was really hoping like this is gonna get down to SDP, but yeah, those streams are just fucking killer. And you guys be careful because it feels like it just does it like over and over and over again, but the last part of the stream, it exits differently, and it really can throw you off and really fuck up your entire run. So, yeah, we'll take that. Popping Candy Fever, 17 perfects. I'm happy with that. Oh my gosh. on TikTok.
That's it. See you next time on the dance floor.
D64 on TikTok followed me, which I appreciate. Thank you so much. He says, hey, any tips for heel tapping in DDR? When it comes to hard songs, I always forget to do them. Well, it depends what song it is, too. Like, some songs that you're not going to be able to get away with it, like, period. Like, there's just no space for it unless, like, there's a freeze or something like that. And then, like, you're tapping to stay on the rhythm and stuff like that. But sometimes that doesn't even matter because you play, like, a song like Max Unlimited and then if you were to stay on beat the entire time, it would fuck up the next arrow, actually. So, like, starts on, like, a 16th offbeat or something weird. But as far as tapping and stuff like that, I mean, you just have to subconsciously do it. And, like, you know, you do it with, like, easier songs, and then you just work your way up with it, you know. It just kind of becomes natural over time. So, just play the easier stuff, tap to the music, and then when you get to the harder stuff later on, you'll tap when you know it's right, you know. A lot of the times when I do tapping and stuff like that, I've already played the song a few times too, so I know, you know, what I'm expecting next and that I need to stay on beat in particular sections. So there's that aspect to it too. You need to play through most songs to be able to know when to do that stuff. So, yeah. I'll also say on later DDR games like DDR A3 and stuff like that, you're not going to be tapping nearly as much as you will on older games music because on older games, you know, it's mostly chords and eighths, and, you know, it gave you, like, long breaks in between pieces of the chart, but on the newer stuff, it doesn't really do that anymore. It's pretty dense, and there's not a lot of empty space in them. So, yeah, there you go. Let's see. The word for laziest theming has to be fourth mix, honestly. A lot of those games, those really, really early ones, were very, very lazy. It's not just fourth mix. Because you have to remember, like, DDR, like, from conception to, like, the beta to release was, like, 4 or 5 months. It was, like, a ridiculously, like, short development period. And, like, every release after that was, like, rapid fire. They're like, yeah, every 6 months there's gotta be a new version. And then they got the third mix, so it's like, alright, 3 months in, third mix plus! 3 months later, fourth mix. 3 months later, fourth mix plus. They kept doing stupid shit like that. It's like, oh my god, just stop, slow the fuck down. Where's the brakes? Old school Bimani was crazy back then. It really was, you know, and they're really trying to get your money out of you because a lot of the songs were like a minute and 20 seconds, or some of them were even like close to a minute. Like Emotion is like a minute and like 2 seconds or something like that. And like they would give you 10 seconds to pick a song. It's like, all right, back to songs. So like, you have 10 seconds. Figure it out. So, yeah, a lot of those games felt rushed, and they feel even more rushed because you're rushed playing them. So, yeah, it's crazy. Anyways, the goal is to try to get one more PFC. Then I can sit down and talk to you guys a little bit more. And, yeah, we'll go from there. F says, I can't do doubles. Yeah, you can. You can do double. Anyone can do double. You just gotta get used to playing on it. The only people that can't play double are people that are missing legs or are paralyzed, honestly. Alright, let me find a, one more song in the PFC real quick. I don't even want to know what that looks like on double. It's not that much easier. Like, what the fuck? Why is that 15? Oh, maybe. Mayhaps. Oh, maybe. I think I want to play this. it's hard for me to do doubles with the bar compared to without the bar. That is actually kind of true. It's because the angle that you have to play at with the bar is very awkward compared to single. So you're gonna be angled a lot more like this than you are on single. Like single, like I'm pretty straight up. But when you play on double, like you're gonna be leaning really far out. And when you get close to the bar, like this, and you have to play, it feels very off. Not an easy mode to get used to with the bar. I play this on 4, right? Shiwa. Wow. That's a hard-ass chart. I personally would rate that 15, not 14. It has a lot of pad transitioning. A lot. And it's wide. Like you're gonna run to this side of the dance pad, you're gonna run right the fuck back. A lot. It's very awkward. Then it's got those jump streams and the 16ths. None of it is really easy. So, yeah, it's gonna be tough. But yeah, we're gonna PFC it. Just you wait. There's something in my shoe. I can't tell if it's in my sock or if it's in the shoe. Stop looking at my feet! to God, there's something in my like sock or something. Ah. Alright.
You got the beat, you got the song, you can do no wrong. You got the step, you got the flow, keep up the perfect combo. 300 combos.
Sweet. Alright. Man, it's definitely my best run on it, by far. But wow. For 14, that's a pretty hard 14. The only reason why I'd be hesitant to give it a 15 at all is just that it's not that fast. It's only 140, but yeah, it still is, as you can tell, you know, it'll rob you of your breath. It's a lot of pad transitions, a lot of twisting like this back and forth. And you have to really watch out for some of the execution on the 16ths, the pad transitions, and the jumping. Because yeah, it gets a little awkward in places. But it has a really fun chart. Just wow. That seems like kind of mean to rate down 14. But it is what it is. That looks fantastic. I actually kind of want to play that when I go round one next time. But yeah, there you go. 19 perfects. We'll take that in this really hard ass 14. And I think we'll probably call it a stream there. Oh, I forgot to count that. My bad, SPFC number 3555.
That's it. See you next time.
Alright. Let me wipe myself off real quick and then I'll sit down and talk with you guys for a bit here. Oh, fuck. Alright. I got my chair. Let's change the scene. Sitting down chatting, that's me right now. See, I'm right here. Oh my god. Alright, well. This was not a super long stream coming back in, but it was pretty action packed. I got fucking 4 new PFCs, so we're at 3,355 perfect scores at this point. Oh god, what else was I gonna say here? Yeah, it's been It wasn't that bad coming back, actually. Yesterday, I was pretty upset when I first got down here and I started playing because I'm just like, oh my god, my offset is so fucked up. Like, I can't time for shit anymore. And then, you know, I fucking came down here and still dominated. So, proud of myself. I did the thing. Go me. People be talking about feet in my chat. That's crazy. It's funny, on my Discord, people are talking about feet in the adult-only channel. And I told my girlfriend about that, and she's just like, you should post my feet in there and see if they think my feet are cute. And I was like, I don't know if that's a good idea. I think that could have led to very unsavory things happening in that channel. But yeah, it is good to be back. Fishbone64, yes, I'm happy to be back. It's just been a roller coaster of emotions coming back to America. Maybe I should have stayed in Japan forever. But yeah, it's going to be tough if I do want to end up living out there. And if I do end up doing that, I'd have to figure out what to do with all this shit. And that's, I guess, another big issue. You know, if I get a job in Japan, how much time are they going to give me to sell all my shit and move it? You know, are they going to give me only 2 weeks? Are they going to give me a month? Like, I don't know. You know, like, I'm pretty confident, like, if I had to move, like, in a month, I could make it happen. Even if I don't sell everything, I could probably put in, like, my mom's house and sell it while I'm in Japan or something like that. Because she has, like, a 4-door garage at her house or something stupid like that, and they're not using all of it. But, yeah. We'll have to see if we ever cross that bridge, though. I'm not super optimistic at this point that me moving to Japan will happen, but I just want to throw that out there that I am very serious about that. But at the same time, I'm not super optimistic that it will happen, or if it will happen, I don't think it's going to happen. Like, this year, next year, the year after, I have no idea if it'll ever happen. I don't know. One thing that I did think about doing, though, regardless of if I end up moving to Japan or not, I can definitely get a condo and just buy it outright. And I could be like a 30-minute train ride to like Akihabara and shit like that. And I would think that that wouldn't be so bad. But taking care of a condo halfway around the world is pretty difficult. That's the problem. So, I don't know. There's lots of thoughts going in through my head right now. But, yeah. It's funny because when I came back, that was one of the first questions my mom asked me. She's like, do you think you'll move, if you had the opportunity to move out there, would you? And I was like, yes. If somebody gave me the opportunity, I would be so fucking gone out of this fucking country. I would never come back. You'd have to come visit me. That'd be funny, too, because I'd actually get my friends and family to come to Japan. Because they're so scared to fucking go anywhere by themselves. I swear to God. Like, my mom just left the country for the first time, like, in her life. She went to Mexico. She's like, that was so much fun. We had such a great time. I'm less like, do you want to visit, like, other countries now? Like, go somewhere cool. Like, somewhere in Asia. Like, I even talked about maybe going to Saudi Arabia this year to go check out the new Six Flags. You know, that'd be cool to be like, oh, where did you go? Oh, I went to Saudi Arabia. Like, what the fuck? Why did you go there? You know, that'd be cool. People are fucking afraid to travel. Like, when I tell my family, like, oh, I want to go to Saudi Arabia, I want to go China, you know, I want to go to all these different countries, they're just like, that's scary. And like, don't listen to other people and what the news tells you about these places. It's not true. They want to paint a picture of these places as being terrible places that you shouldn't travel to. Like, the Philippines is another country that I say, like, I want to go to all the time, and everybody's just like, ew, why do you want to go to the Philippines? I'm like, because it's a beautiful country, and the people there are fantastic. Like, I would spend, like, the rest of my days of my life in the Philippines with those people. They're so kind. You know, like, don't just judge based on what you hear on the news and news articles and videos you see on the internet. Go out there and experience these places yourself. It's the one thing I tell everybody. You know, first time I went to Japan, my mom was very scared for me. She's like, it's very dangerous. Unless, like, Japan is one of the safest countries in the world. Are you fucking kidding me? There's no guns. It has, like, literally the lowest crime rate in the world. It's fantastic. I'd move there alone just for that reason. And then I tell people, it was funny, I was telling some of my, the Japanese DDR players and stuff, like, it's so nice being in Japan because, like, it's so quiet and people are so respectful. And then you come to my house and you hear gunshots at least a few times a week and stuff like that. And it's just like, yeah, it's normal. It's just normal to hear gunshots. You know, that's Illinois. You know, just gunshots. You know, you're in the south suburbs, gunshots. You're in Chicago, gunshots. You're in some place in the north suburbs, gunshots. It's fine. It's just normal. Everyday America. It's cool. But, yeah. I have a lot of thinking to do and a lot of planning if I ever want to go through with that. I also need to start trying to learn Japanese, but I don't know where to start. I tried to look it up last night. I was very tired, though, so it probably didn't really even count, honestly. Like, I wish there was, like, a teaching program. Like, I think of, like, you know, like, trying to learn Japanese via, like, Jumpstart 5th grade or something like that, back when, like, I was a kid. You know, make it interactive and fun, but, like, there just doesn't seem to be that really exists for learning Japanese. I'm sure there is for, like, Spanish and stuff like that, but Japanese is just such a different language that I don't think that anybody would sit down to program a whole game around it. Or something interactive, I don't know. Duolingo is probably as close as you can get. But that's going through its own, like, shitty time, apparently, on the internet. I don't know why, but I'm sure somebody in my chat knows. But, yeah, let me go through some of this chat real quick. I'm sorry, I've been ignoring you guys. Let's see. Don't work for a black company? I don't even know what that means. Yeah, America isn't a good place, especially with our current leaders. Even with the current, like, before the current leaders, this country sucked. It doesn't really matter. It doesn't matter who's in charge. Nobody's going to be happy. The news is always going to paint a picture of bad things happening. And people are always going to be fighting over the stupidest shit ever. And that's more or less the reasons why I hate living here. My girlfriend hates it way more than me. Like, if you even bring up, like, a lick of politics, she literally was just snapping me, like, shut the fuck up. And that's it. So, it was crazy. Let's see. Dude, road tripping through Canada was amazing. I'm sure, you know. I've been in Canada through transit, but I've never actually visited the country and, like, experienced it. The first time I went to Canada during transit, that was a cool place. I can't remember what it was. And then when I came back, there was a part of the country, I think it was Montreal. I think that's above, like, Chicago, the Midwest. And everybody there was an asshole to me. So, I wouldn't go there. I'd go to the other place I went to. Everybody was super kind there and super nice. But, yeah. I'm sure there's a lot of countries that are like that where it's just like, yeah, don't visit here. If you go there, like, people are going to be an asshole to you. But if you go here, you'll have a great time. They love fucking, you know, foreigners and stuff like that, so. But, yeah. Let's see. Duolingo is bad. I wish I could move out of the U.S., but I'm a minor. Yeah, well, it goes even beyond that. There's lots of reasons why that's very difficult. Quebec is not fun if you don't speak French. Maybe it was Quebec. And now I have to Google Maps where I was. Okay, it was definitely not Quebec. That is, like, way farther out. I was in Ontario. Somewhere in Ontario. And everybody there was an asshole to me. I don't know why. Where did I go in Canada? I think I flew into Vancouver. and then I flew out to Japan. And everybody's super nice in Vancouver, actually. So, Montreal is in Quebec. I don't fucking know. Dude, I don't know that fucking country. You think I fucking follow any other country besides America and Japan? I fucking don't. I don't know anything geographical outside of those two countries. So, have you ever been to Mexico? There's so many pump caps there. I've been to Mexico, but that was a very long time ago, and I was on a cruise. So I was there for less than 24 hours. So I don't even know if that necessarily counts. And it was fine. I don't remember it very well. That was a very, very long time ago. I remember going to the beach, and I also remember that my mom told me not to drink the water. That's about it. So, let's see. LP Crossword said, did we ever talk about Nama Sensei's Japanese lessons? No, I don't think we ever have. Let's see. Duolingo I know is bad. I tried doing Duolingo for Japanese, and I was starting to learn Japanese when I went to college, but it was mostly paperwork, and I don't really take in information well when somebody's preaching, and then you go back to your dorm, and then you write the stuff down afterwards. I don't learn that well that way. Like, I'm a much more of a visual learner and have to touch things, which is what makes learning a different language very difficult for me. So I don't know what that solution would be to solve that and actually be able to learn a language. That's why I was saying, like, if there was like a video game or something, you know, a little bit more interactive, I could probably do a lot better, but as it is now, no. I know there's a game on Steam called, like, Learn Japanese to Survive. I do have that game. I have not really played it, but maybe that'll be a good way to start learning the language. I don't know, though. I do not. But anyways. Let's see. What else do we got going on in the chat here? I'll give you a single video, Nama's Sensei. I thought it said Sensei for a second. I was like, what? And you're already invested. Cool. If it's something that I can listen to at work or something too, that'd be even better. You know, like, because I always have, like, random YouTube videos or, like, music playing in the background while I'm working and stuff like that. And I keep thinking, like, man, like, if there's, like, a Japanese, like, lesson program I can listen to while I'm working or something like that, that'd be great. You know, that's another good way to learn. Just so, like, I can multitask, and it's kind of, like, mindless doing my work and stuff like that. I don't know. But, anyways, let's see. There isn't official DDR distribution in Mexico. Yeah, I'm very well aware of that. Yeah. Anyways, I think that's gonna wrap up the stream. So, yeah, thank you for coming out and hanging out with me today. It's been an experience. You know, I've had very mixed feelings, obviously, for like the past couple weeks here since I got back from Japan. Not just because I came back from Japan, but with my dad's death and, you know, having to go back to work and stuff like that. I feel like I've been down the pooper pretty bad. And I think it's going to take me a little while to get back on track here. But playing today definitely helped out with, you know, feeling better about things and trying to get me back to where I was before. So, yeah, it's definitely progress and moving in the right direction. It's just, yeah, lots of different feelings going on and a lot of just emotional stuff that's kind of really thrown me off lately. And, you know, going back to work and then my boss giving me just a shit ton of work to do has not been super helpful. I will say it's been a good distraction, but it's also been very much stressing me out. And I feel like when he comes to my office, I feel like he thinks I don't do anything all day. And, like, that's very irritating. And he has that perception about everyone, and it's very annoying. So I think, like, literally the next time he comes out, I'm debating if I want to sit down with him, being like, we need to talk. And he'd be like, I understand that you gave me, like, an Employee of the Month award, like, 3 goddamn times, but it feels like you still don't goddamn trust me. You know, like, you come in here, you don't ask for my opinions on things, and I feel like you're just going behind my back and you don't have any thought or feeling behind what I do for my job to improve this company. And that's very upsetting. So, I don't know. Don't go postal. I'm not going to go postal, I promise. Any travel tips for Japan? Ask me on my Discord. A lot of people, like, I'll tell them, like, ask me this question on Discord so I can share it with other people. And then they'll DM me on Discord. I'm just like, you're supposed to ask me on my Discord so our people could see what you're asking. If you literally go to my Discord and you ask on my Japan channel, like, hey, any travel tips and stuff like that, I could give you a whole slew of hacks and tips and tricks that will make your life a lot better when you go to Japan. And, you know, the more you can plan out in advance, the better your chances are that you're going to have a very good time and you're going to be able to travel a lot more cheap. But, send a link. God damn it. Fuck. Well, here, let's go to Twitch anyways to get the, to raid somebody anyways. So let me go to my Twitch. I'll get you the link. Hold on a second. Please don't play audio. Please don't play audio. Okay, cool. Blah, 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 blah. Gotta scroll down. If you go on my Twitch page, I have a link to the Discord on there. That's the best way to get the link, but that's okay. Copy link address. Okay, it should be posting for everything. I think it will post on YouTube. Yeah, it did. I can see the YouTube thing there. Cool. There you go. That is the Discord link. Ask your questions on the Japan channel on my Discord, and I will answer them. And then that way other people will also know too. And other people can chime in as well that way. You know, I'm not the end-all be-all with traveling Japan. I just have done it many, many times. I've been there 7 times at this point, so I definitely kind of know my way around and, you know, how much money to bring and, you know, what things cost, essentially. So I'm definitely a good resource for a lot of that. But, yeah, anyways, let's find somebody to raid real quick and then get the fuck out of here. So, hey, this person's streaming Strunova. I have not played that game in a hot minute. I gotta play that game again. It's been a hot minute, though. I wonder if anyone's streaming DDR. I never check. But, like, I used to do it back in the day, but, like, no one ever is streaming dance games. It's always just me. Yep. Yep, I'm the only channel on there, so I can't stream, like, any DDR players. The fuck is this? Oh god, no, don't do that. Alright, anyways, let's set up the raid. Can I go full screen? Can you bring me back to my channel? Thank you. Alright. We're gonna set up the raid and we're gonna do our outro here. Raid this person. I'm assuming that I can raid them. I'm gonna start doing my outro and then we'll get going here. Anyways, hello! If you're new here, I'm Oh My God Khan. I mostly stream Dance Dance Revolution. In the future, you might see other streams and content from me for other music games. I actually might start streaming DJ Max again. Not Technica, but like DJ Max Respect. I've been having like an itch to go back and play that game. So you might see that in the future. You might see Mahjong Soul. I also have a very bad itch to play Mahjong right now because I can't play Mahjong Fight Girl anymore. Damn you, Konami. Releasing the Amusement Cloud version. But yeah. Yeah, I mostly stream music games, arcade games, and stuff like that. But I do stream other games every once in a while. I keep saying I'm going to stream Repo eventually. That'll probably be coming up here soon. So definitely something else, I guess, to look forward to in that regard. But outside of that, yeah, let's go ahead and push the raid through, and I'm going to do my social media stuff. I am a streamer on Twitch, on YouTube, and Kick, and my X/Twitter account. You can go all those links. The best place to get that stuff is actually on my Twitch page, twitch.tv/OMG_KON. Go to that page. You can get a link to all my social media and my video channels. If you want to see me post a lot of Bamani artwork and really, really cool artwork just in general, go to my Twitter/X account. That's what I do mostly on that account. If you want to ask me questions directly, see what I've been up to, my Japanese arcade at my house and stuff like that, check out my Discord. I post like all those updates and other fun stuff on there. We can also talk about your favorite hentai, and you can post pictures in there, and it's lots of fun. You can also ask me about Japan like F is going to do and stuff like that. It's much more interactive. It's a great way to communicate directly with me. Ask me questions about things, etc. So definitely worth checking out. But that's basically it. Thank you guys so much for tuning in and watching today. There will probably be a stream midweek coming up, so check me out on probably Tuesday, Wednesday, or Thursday. I should be back playing another time, and then yeah, we'll just kind of see where things go from there. But hey, today was pretty fun to come back to. I appreciate everybody stopping by and supporting me and hanging out with me after the crazy roller coaster coming back from Japan. But anyways, the raid's about to go through. Bye-bye. Have a good night.